Hello, here's another protest. The double $2.05 and the trifecta $68.50. And there's another protest coming up. Well, Jester Boy did seem to hang in a bit on Arbrachane in the straight, but I'm only guessing now when I tell you that that's what I think it is, but it looks, the protest sign is up, and we're just standing by now to see what it's all about. In the last, incidentally, Art Treasure flashed home for fourth, Bonfield ran fifth, and Dandelieth was a good run. As I said, he's a two-miler. Stand by. There's a protest. Arbrachane. Right, it's second against first. Alleged interference over the last 100 metres of the race. Arbrachane's rider. W. Robinson against the winner, Jester Boy, for alleged interference over the last 100 metres of the race. So we have got some interesting things happening here today. Now, I'm just having a look. I'd ask Queensland if you'd please check on your local results at this stage, please. And we'll have some more information about that protest shortly, but right now I notice they are starting to get ready for the last race in Adelaide. Gee, it's been an exciting day in more ways than one. Let's take this break and then we should be ready to go to Adelaide for the final event.
I am the spirit of the north that rises with the dawning of each new day. Know me in the towering monolith that is Ayers Rock. My dark-skinned people came to me here as site for their symbolic paintings, awed by the overwhelming majesty of this rock. Know me, for I am the spirit of the Olgas. Tumbled giants, they defy the ages, yet you may see them translucent as milk glass. Know me, I have much to show you. A town called Alice, surrounded by marvels of nature. Come see the walls of Stanley Chasm blaze into color. Try damper and Billy Tea on Ross River. Come, I have more, for I am the spirit of the Northern Territory.
Come deep into the Red Centre on Australian Pacific's air-conditioned self-contained coach and enjoy 14 fun-filled days for $777 all-inclusive. Ask your travel agent or the Northern Territory Government Tourist Bureau.
This town, my town, uptown, downtown, love every sight, every sound that's around in my town.
In all the world, there's only one city like Melbourne, and only one beer like Melbourne's famous beer, Carlton Draft. Cold, satisfying, refreshing Carlton Draft with a taste no other beer can match. Skillfully brewed with patience and care from summer's gold barley and sun-ripened hops. Carlton Draft, the one beer that's good enough for this town.
This town, my town, uptown, downtown, love every sight, every sound that's around in my town.
Well, here at Moonee Valley, there's a lot of people obviously aren't interested in the result of the last, whatever happens to the protest, because you can see them streaming off, but I can guarantee you there'll be 20,000 people left on the course involved in the protest one way and another, because the starting prices in the last, the winner, Jester Boy, there he is scoring by about a long neck, started at 9-4 favourite. Arbrachane on the rails ran second, started at 11-2, and the grey Minuetto, who's only failed by about a head to get to split the pair of them, has started at 9-2. 9-4 favourite Jester Boy, if it retains at $1.60 and 90. Second Arbrachane 11-2, $1.10 for the place, and third 6 Minuetto at 9-2, also $1.10. Now that is the freeze frame. Naturally, we cannot show you the replay because it's in the steward's hands right at this moment. Now, they're moving in for the last in Adelaide. Let us take you to Burt Day.
13 manoeuvrable, which makes it a bit tricky from this barrier. But it won at this track and this distance last start. certainly from a better barrier, I think, last time, but has a strong finishing run, manoeuvrable. In fact, it's probably better over, say, 1600 than 1500, so he may be able to afford to make a little bit of use of it. Stark and Templar gets back a bit in its races, and he's going to need to keep it a little bit closer, perhaps, than it sometimes is on this Cheltenham circuit here. It's drawn barrier 7, with the false rail, or not the false rail, but the movable rail out 4 metres from the 1500, this barrier round to the home turn. It makes barriers pretty important here. It makes the home turn seem just a little bit sharper. It comes back to 2 metres out at the winning post, but it does make the circuit tighter. Now, Delthea moving in, Doublehaven, the last of them, going in, and they're all in the gates for the final event. All in the gates now for the 7th and final event at Cheltenham, the second leg of the daily double. Starter getting to his platform, about to take the button in hand. Stark and Templar favourite at about the 28 to 10, 11 to 4 mark, and manoeuvrable about 3s to 7 to 2 second favourite. Now, the field stands in the gate, set to go, no light. There's the light. Ready to race in the Gilman graduation. Away they go, a good break too, pardon me, and settling into stride, Carib Girl best out from Fair Joan. Carborn Miss, Carry Boy showing pace too from Stark and Templar up about 4th and 5th. They're followed further back in the field into Doublehaven, Caldecott along the fence, Piping Strike going around them. Delthea's in that bunch too, and then Neddon's Boy, manoeuvrable on the outside of it, and they're followed by Electric Brick, and one-tailed right off is Cafe Society. Mature Wines in that second last bunch. Racing around with 1100 to go, and Fair Joan the leader now. From in second placing Piping Strike, Carry Boy third, and they're followed by Carborn Miss, then Kermesse. Stark and Templar next on the outside of Carob Girl, and Delthea in that bunch too, going forward quickly. Doublehaven next from Caldecott, then comes further back in the field to Graham's Order. Manoeuvrable behind it from Neddon's Boy. They're followed by Electric Brick and Cafe Society back at the rear. Piping Strike going up to tackle this leader, Fair Joan, as they run up past the 600. Delthea third, then Carry Boy. Stark and Templar having a crack at them on the outside quickly now. Kermesse is next, and then comes Carborn Miss from Doublehaven. Manoeuvrable getting out and starting to make a move, and they're followed by Carib Girl and very wide Doublehaven from Caldecott into the straight. Carry Boy the leader now from Delthea. Carib Girl, and they're followed then by Stark and Templar out wider, and Manoeuvrable coming at them too, and further out Mature Wine, Caldecott in the straight now. Anybody's race. Stark and Templar a narrow leader, but Manoeuvrable on the outsides quickly got to the front. Manoeuvrable coming away from them, and Manoeuvrable for the money in the last. It's coming right away to win it easily. Manoeuvrable will win it well. Manoeuvrable first, second placing Carry Boy, third Carib Girl, then Mature Wine from Caldecott, Stark and Templar. They were followed further back in the field then by Carborn Miss from Delthea, Doublehaven, Fair Joan well back from Kermesse, Electric Brick, Piping Strike, and Neddon's Boy would be last in the event. Despite the disadvantage of the 13 draw, Manoeuvrable, who's a very strong finisher, now won his last two, and both over this journey here at Cheltenham. Official placings after the running of the Gilman graduation, but Manoeuvrable was a very clear-cut win, made a very quick forward move from the ruck at about the 650-metre mark, coming to the turn, and loomed up about 4 and 5 horses wide, quickly got to the front and had them beaten in a few strides. Number 1, Manoeuvrable, ridden by J. Courtney, is first. Number 2 is second, Carry Boy, ridden by D. Murphy. The official third will go, I should say to Carib Girl, I think, from memory, down on the inside, but there's not much in it. But the winner is number 1, Manoeuvrable, by Attila from Sweet and Fleet, owned by the Eastern Bloodstock Syndicate, C.S. Hayes manager, G.A. Belmain, and Ward J.E. Smith, a bay gelding, 5 years old, trained by C.S. Hayes and ridden by Jim Courtney. That's a double to them here today. They won earlier with our Persimmon. Second placing to 2, Carry Boy, ridden by D. Murphy. And it could be a photo for third, but I should say perhaps the one on the inside, although the angle is against it. I still think that Carib Girl down on the inside's probably run third. But